revisiting 2017 and 2021, 120 minutes at a time. Hello everyone, it's Brainmuffin back with a beer review. I haven't done one of by myself in a while, but my daughter bowed out. So this is one of two bottles that I have remaining from a 2017 variety of the Dogfish Head 120 Minute IPA. I did a review of this a few years ago and it was still pretty decent. It does age well. There's some debate of whether it's 5-6 years. Some will say more, as one of the dogs, of course, is chewing on the bones. Always do this when I'm reviewing. These things sit around for days now. Anyway, so this is the 120 Minute IPA, the one that is at least 16.5%. That is what is on here. I don't have an old bottle. I used to have one. I shared it with friends a few years ago that had nothing on it. Those are the old style. The 16.5% is a minimum. Sometimes it's 18. It's an IPA. It's a very big IPA. I think it says 120 IBUs or 100. But it's done like a barley wine in that they follow the same recipe, and then whatever the alcohol is, the alcohol is. And they aim for 16.5 to 18. When you have these big of beers, they have to be done in smaller batches, not tiny small batches, but it's hard to get a huge vat of this stuff to start fermenting properly, no matter how big the yeast pitch is, and yeast cakes you use and all that. It's just the amount, that space just can't hold enough nitrogen and oxygen to really do it well. So this is a very big beer, fresh. Now fresh, I really like it fresh. Now what it does tend to do over time is get more golden, a deeper golden color. So it kind of starts out real brilliant yellowish, we'll say yellow golden, and it moves toward more of a brown golden. So we'll see what happens. I've had this in my basement since I bought it in the dark, and it stays pretty cool down there year round. It does not vary a whole lot in temperature. It's a little cooler in the winter time than in the summertime, but there's people down, I'm down there, it's near my desk, computers and all that kind of stuff. So without further ado, let's find out if this thing even survived. And so it's not a barley wine, but it's kind of treated as one. Oh, and it gets very, very, very malty, and sometimes gets a little cloudy. Now I put in the refrigerator today for reviewing, and it does have yeast in the bottom, and I'll leave that last little bit there, just so we have it as clear as possible. And as you can see, this is it's a very almost dark, it's like not peach, but persimmon or something coloring. It's very malty, as I would expect it to be. 5 years, and I don't remember when in 2017 it's not 5 years, it's 4 years down the road. And but I did do one, I think, about a year ago, but hey. Yeah, that is, oh wow. That's aged very, very well. Still very, very boozy. I have it up on Untapped. Wow. It is very boozy. It's strong, it's boozy, it's sweet. It's no longer hoppy. The hops are long gone. This is why I say in many ways it's like a barley wine, because it kind of turns into one. When it's fresh, the hops are there. Now, there is a brewer that does a barley wine, and I need to review some of their barley. What's it? It's Bigfoot's the name of the barley wine. I can't remember the brewery. Theirs fresh is extremely hoppy and very bitter, and about take the enamel off your teeth, but that's to help preserve it. And I've been meaning to do this for years, and I really need to start. I want to say it's Sierra Nevada, but I'm not positive. So I didn't get a card for this one, but man, it's still a 5 out of 5 in my book. And I need to stop saying I'm going to do it. I need to start doing it where I buy this every year. The thing is, I think they do 2 batches a year now. I'm not positive. It's available far more often than it used to be. This one is probably bought here in Ohio. I had a couple bottles I bought in Kentucky years ago. And I did write on here 2017. I started doing that not too, well, I think in 16. I'm not sure. But I do have some friends that buy this quite religiously. But yeah, I really ought to get a 4-pack every 6 months or something, or at least once a year. That's about 40 bucks. Okay, it's about $10 a bottle, and have one review it. Say, hey, the batch for whatever year is great, and then the next year do the 2-year comparison at the same time, and then 3 and 4. And so by the time I get to that 4th year, it'll have some good, and you be able to see the complete lineup as it changes over time. But still a fantastic beer. It is not for the timid. It's not going to be like a lot of some like strong stouts and stuff where people get soy sauce type flavors, especially as it ages. And that's just, usually it's too cold, and it usually means you're missing the tip of your tongue. And so your brain does not get the right signals for early. You really need to make it hit the tip and then kind of wash over. And a lot of people will put their tongue underneath the glass and may have their tongue that far down. You don't want to do that, especially with a big boozy beer. This one will change as it warms up. It has been sitting out for about 20 minutes, about 5-10 minutes. But it is very malty, as you can see. It still has a little bit of head. Do have to swirl it to get it going. But this is a fantastic twist. I'd say it's a twist on a barley wine, because I think it really is. It is an IPA when it's fresh. It's a very big one. And then in my view, it turns into more what you'd expect from a barley wine over time. But because it is malty and has that, and it's boozy and it's warm and it's a sipping beer. At all times, it's a sipping beer. But especially once and I don't know if the alcohol level goes up, I don't know, but it does feel boozier over time, so we'll see. So to me, it's still a 5 out of 5. That's what I checked in on Untappd as. I didn't do the year, the 2017 I've already done. So I did the kind of generic one. But let me know, and if anyone around me has got some older bottles that they want to share, maybe review on video, let me know, and I'll drive to wherever you are. All right, thanks so much for stopping by. Thanks for clicking like and sharing these videos. Thanks so much for the comments. People are asking about various beers. That's great. If you got a beer, I mean, I've got, I don't know, 400 beer reviews. Look in the playlist. If you don't see the beer that you like or want to see reviewed, let me know, and we will get to it. Thank you very much, and we will see you. Goodbye. I've already checked in that other way. We'll see what this one is.